I know right now people are already kind of checked out and rolling their eyes as soon as I said that Christians can be demonized. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely. And the Bible agrees with it. And so if they disagree with the Bible. I'm a messenger. And so the Bible is very clear about the fact that we are in a spiritual battle. No real Christian would disagree with that. I mean, you start the book of Matthew and you see Christ embroiled in a battle with demonic forces. And the one thing I would challenge is if you've been going to a church for years and years and years, and you've never seen a demon manifest in your church, the question is Christ in that church? Or rather, are you allowing Christ to confront what's in that church? And let me tell you why. Because Jesus walks into a synagogue and demons are literally, why are you here to torment us? So for me, I don't look for demons, but when you host the Spirit of God through the Holy Spirit, it's so confrontational that demons will be like, why are you tormenting me? And I think the thing that's disturbed me is, I travel all over the world, and the conversation of the demonic is normal in virtually every other country except for America. And so it's not that I'm a deliverance ministry, because I'm not. I'm a gospel ministry, but wherever the gospel is being preached, the sick will be healed, demons will be cast out, the addiction's broken, suicide's canceled. That's normal. And so I think like with me and various other friends that I have, we were just simply preaching the gospel, but the thing was uncompromised. And that's what I mean about it's not, the question isn't like, do I have a demon? The question is, are you hosting the presence of Jesus? Because that is it's the light shines into the darkness and exposes everything. And so for me, I think what you're watching is just me unintentionally stepping into this because I'm a gospel guy. Yep. And then of course being willing to do it. The other thing about deliverance and casting demons out is a willingness. Like, who's willing to do it? So, okay, let's pretend I'm a demon sitting in a church service. If I know that pastor doesn't fast and he's up on stage, he doesn't pray, that sermon he wrote it through ChatGPT. He's totally compromised in his personal life. He doesn't wash his wife with the word. His marriage is estranged. The best thing I'm going to do is be completely and totally silent in that service, because I'm going to say, hey, listen, that guy's not going to do nothing about it. You know what I mean?
I'd love for your perspective on like, how do we navigate all of that? All of the cynicism, especially the cynicism part, because part of me gets kind of nervous about how the way that YouTube culture is going for the church could actually really destroy a lot of people's faith.
Okay, this is going to be a hot take. I don't think it's any different than the first century. They were skeptical of Jesus. He cast demons out, and they said he's casting them out by Beelzebub. So the skepticism, I just went through, the Gospels like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and I was comparing the different perspectives on the stories, and I'm like, oh, this is YouTube. I went to Israel. I stood on the ruins of Chorazim, and I preached a message. I was just watching the video. And it's weird because Jesus walks into this town. He tells them, I'm here to heal you. I'm here to bring the kingdom. And everybody rejects him. And he literally curses it to ruins. 2,000 years later, even the Jews who don't know that story are like, it's the weirdest thing. We try to put businesses up in Chorazim and nothing stays. It just stays ruined. So we made it archaeological. So it's like, no, Jesus spoke and his words are irrevocable. But my point is, they were skeptical of Jesus in the flesh. Like they didn't believe that it was real when it was happening by the Son of God right in front of them. So if they don't believe, and and he literally cursed him and called him evil for even wanting a sign.
Wow.
So it's like, and then he encouraged people who believed but they didn't see. Blessed are those who believe yet you don't see. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. So he was rebuking people back then. So I don't think the problem's YouTube, and I don't think the problem's modern people. I think the problem's people, and the solution is faith. And like, do you believe? Because I'll put it like this. Yeah. My theology allows for Christians to die of diseases. God is sovereign, and I cannot guarantee that 100% of people I pray for will be healed. And I'm okay with that, because I ultimately believe that my body needs to be resurrected, right? So when I accepted Christ, I'm a triune being. My spirit was regenerated and is now eternal. It was dead, now it's alive and eternal. My soul, which is my mind, will, and emotions, I need to renew, right? Because we are given the command, renew your mind. So, but I can't renew my spirit because it's regenerated. It's in a permanent state
Correct.
of eternal.
Yep.
But then my body needs to be resurrected. So going back to your first question of like, can Christians be demonized? Which part of a Christian?
Bro,
I don't believe that the Holy Spirit is cohabitating with the demonic spirit in your spirit. But just like I believe that you could die of cancer, that cancer is in your physical body that we already know needs to be resurrected, right?
Yep.
So why can't a demon be influencing your physical body? And that's Luke chapter 13. So when you go to Luke chapter 13, there's a woman and there's different translations. One calls it a disabling spirit. Another one, I think King James Version calls it the spirit of infirmity. And the woman was hunched over for 18 years. Mm-hmm. So not all sickness is demonic, but that instant was the demon was influencing her physical body. Jesus cast out the spirit of infirmity, but where did he cast it out of? Her body. And so I think for
not
Christian,
out of her spirit.
Not out of her spirit. It was out because the effects. But then on the same hand, there's some people that have issues that are mental or emotional. And this is what I talked to Carl Lentz about on his channel.
Yeah.
Is, and there could be demonic influence on that. I mean, I'm just using biblical language. God has not given you the spirit of fear. So is all fear a spirit? No.
Right.
But some of it is.
Some of it is.
And I think we have to increase in our discernment. But that goes, just the basic thing I'm trying to say is when you go to most churches in America, nothing's demonic. And we never, who's that guy I was with? JP Kaluta?
Yeah.
Pokluda?
Jonathan
Pokluda.
Wrote a book about spiritual.
Bro, that guy preaches passion. He's in the Baptist Plus circles, I call him, and like, I love him.
Plus,
we're friends, Baptist Plus. Like he's like an upgraded Baptist, cessationist friends.
Yeah.
And I just had him on my channel and he was like, Mike, when I did an inventory of the New Testament, I realized that the New Testament talks about demons and spiritual warfare 10 times more than relationships. But for almost my entire career, I've talked about relationship dynamics 10 times more than demons.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip and you want to see another one like it, you can click the video over here. And if you want to watch a full episode of the Cap Chatfield Show, you can click this one right here.